We now have a name for the disease, COVID-19, and I will spell it COVID-19.
Throughout this pandemic, Nova Scotians have done what they do best: support and care for one another. We've learned there are many heroes among us. Here is just one.
So I nominated my coworker, Amy Lorette. Amy left a long-time position in a long-term care facility to come to home support. She brought lots of knowledge and experience, and it provides us with some added insight, maybe, and she is willing to show us some new techniques and skills that we might not have. She did OT, she picked up shifts, she learned the ropes through it all. Most of all, she showed up. She put the time in, and she was dedicated. But that's not all. Our clients absolutely adore her. Amy is one of those people that she can talk to anybody, and she's hilarious. You just know when you're working with Amy that you're going to have a great time. And not only that, too, she's there for you. I thought it would be great to acknowledge that and hopefully make her feel good and not too embarrassed or angry at me.
She's an amazing person herself, so just to have that acknowledgement coming from your coworker, that means more than like anything, like to know that your coworkers think that highly of you. I've been doing this for so long, like we deal with other illnesses. I mean, we still have TB in some of our nursing homes, even though it's pretty much eradicated. You don't hear of it anymore. You know, like we have C. diff and that. As long as you're following the precautions, there's no reason, I believe, to be scared of COVID. You had to take a bit more time in the morning because you had to call your clients every morning. You had to do a self-screener with them to make sure, like, you know, all the things like coughing, flu-like symptoms, because if they said yes to any of the questions, then the likelihood is we can't come into your home. So, and then if they said no to all the questions, then we would just go in normally, but with our big goggles on. We had these thick goggles, like we looked like we were going swimming. God love them, they tried, but they were idiots. So we had the goggles and our mask, and you know, we're coming in these plastic gowns. We look like aliens pretty much, and you can't see because they're fogging up constantly. It was actually horrible, but our work recently purchased more like safety glasses. Well, the majority of my clients still have their minds in that, so they're able to converse with you, and like the elderly are like, they're just so funny, like the stories they tell, and they're just so appreciative of you coming into their home. I got one lady, she's like, I'll call her, I'll be like, I'll be there in 10 minutes. She goes, oh, way to ruin my day. And she says like, oh, there's a lot worse than you, but they're all in jail now. It's just a joking around, and I mean, like, she's 93 years old and she's an absolute hoot. And I have so many clients like that. You do it because you love it. And if you don't love it, you really shouldn't be in this line of work.